Said it our word. If that's not coming down up in Edmonton, way up north, up in Canada there. Great facility that, Ron Hodson operates up there with his kid Ryan driving. That's a neat place too, and boy, do they pack that. It's good to go to places where the spectators and the crowd pack the place, right? San Antonio, Texas, another deal. Just know that you can't race there when it's football season. You ain't going to get anybody in the crowd. I learned that for sure. But another great track there. Our Seattle track's good just because it's my hometown, and we have a big venue out there in July. So I work out there for those guys, right? I help them out the best we can, pouring some concrete and core drilling. So I got to put my 2 bits in for those guys. Another good place. But we just lost. I guess we just lost Salt Lake City, huh? Last year was the end of that facility.
Yeah.
So you hate to lose them. You hate to lose them out there. They're not built. They don't build as many as they lose. That's for sure.
We lost Salt Lake City and we lost Englishtown last year.
Oh, that's right, Englishtown. Yeah. One of the wildest places that I think we've been in that's definitely different was when we went to Grand Bend. Not Grand Bend, but Bowling Green, Kentucky. I mean, a lot of the bleachers were old wooden ones with they were undercover. And they had a theme park out there and some road racing and for a little outdoor little deal. That was quite a little place that we've been to there. Remember that, Jake, when we went to Bowling Green? Then we went and visited the Corvette Museum and the Corvette shop. And then that's another thing. You get out and tour some of these races, go to some of these tracks, bring all of our stuff, try to win some money, try to be the big guy. And then afterwards, you get to go to different places. Jake's been through St. Louis when he drives. We spent a day and went through Henry Ford's museum. Probably you need 2 or 3 days to do all that, but we went to the Corvette show.
That was pretty cool in Detroit.
Yeah, in Detroit, that's definitely on the bucket list for sure if you've never been there. And, Jake and I, when we drove, we went through the Iowa, the biggest truck stop in the world there, the United States in Iowa, places that you would never get to go to. Go feeding alligators in Florida, and, eating jambalaya in Alabama and Louisiana, right? So, we've got toured a lot of the United States, and Jake's been out to Sweden and further than I have, helping the Laganas on big show cars. So, without racing in our blood, I mean, if you went to 3 states, you're somebody, but we've probably gone to 20, 25 of them.
So now, let me ask you, Mark. What do you think about John Lawson?
John on the with the. I'm trying to think. Is it
John Lawson and Joe Haas, the funny car team with the big header flames, the runaway car and the.
Larson,
Lawson,
yeah.
Here by me.
Yeah, the big pump cars. Yeah, no, that's a great little deal there, right? The people like it. They love the noise, love the smell, and obviously at night header flames is neat. Bigger pumps than we are. I think they're 60 gallon a minute pump. We're at 21 gallon a minute pump right now. So Jake's working and built a car that puts out the big header flames and the big pump, and for the funny car chaos, right? So. No, all of that's neat stuff. It definitely is. Just not a real sanctioned, organized, aided race series for them, like the Heritage and our UNFC. So we have two races that we can battle out for points and bragging rights, right? That deal there, pretty much bragging rights, and it's a show for the crowd, right? Just like a lot of the jet cars are. And, look at Jolly Ranchers there, the wheel standards, right? So you want to please the people.
Yeah, I know you ran Funny Car Chaos before.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that one.
First one.
Yeah, the very first one, and won that one there. I'd like to pick one of those off with Jake tuning Alan's car up there and pit side by side, and he can bounce from door to door and maybe would both go to the finals. Man, he could beat on one hood and run over and beat on the other hood. You know, best man wins, right? Would be quite a deal. A lot of work, but you know, Jake's young, and I'm always up for a fun battle. I think it'd be kind of fun. Like I say, we got some good crew guys that can help back and forth, and that might get a little hectic, but everyday life gets hectic, right? You know, my life's hectic every day, so it doesn't get to me too often.
Now, are you guys talking about Alan Millendorf?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I saw the video of him at Funny Car Cast and a live feed with the big header flames coming out.
Yeah. Yep, and then it doubled as an altered as well. We ran at Cordova. We only made a handful of runs with it. It's a car I put together over last summer and finished it up towards the end of the year. Didn't have a whole lot of nice weather left in the year to run it. So, especially with the schedule with working for Torrance on Billy's car and working on Dad's funny car, didn't leave too many open weekends for Alan, but he's looking to run some more this year, so see if we can't figure out how to make that thing outrun John Lawson and Joe Haas.
Yeah, that funny car cast is just getting bigger and bigger. It's, you know, he's adding more and more events every year. So Chris Graves is doing good things with that event.
Yeah, no, he is. He's good. Yep, pouring a lot of heart and soul into that, right? So that's what it takes. Doesn't matter what you do. Put your heart and soul in. You have a vision. He has a vision. He wants to keep it up. And I know John Hale there, the Texas barbecue sauce that John makes, he's got a little point series money venue for that too. So, and then the red shirt embroidery people. So, no, that's coming a long ways from the very first one that Chris had put together.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a cool event because you have your alcohol cars and your nitro cars, and whatever. As long as it's a funny car, you can run it at the Funny Car Cast.
Yeah, one rule: run what you brung. You better bring enough, and if you have a funny car body on it, you're in. Sign the dotted line. Let's go racing, baby. Bring it up to the line. Yep.
And the alcohol car, Ken Singleton, he was dominating the Funny Car Cast last year.
Oh yeah. See, and now that'll inspire the next guys and the next guys. Yep, that's it right there, huh? Yep. Better bring her back again and keep the wheels a spinning. Keep everybody battling out for that one.
So you think you'd ever run a Funny Car Cast event? I mean, another one?
Would I do another one?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We had a lot of fun down there at Texas there. I think that might have been one of the better tracks, right? I mean, Chris going to some of the smaller tracks, but it's only 8th mile. And so I would do that, yeah. It's a different mindset there as far as what you can run. And, there we ran our same blower, but changed the ignition around a little bit. Put a bigger ignition on there, clean ignition. So we picked up a little bit, and there's more to be picked up each time you go for 8 miles. Rear gearing, set the clutch up a little bit different, lean it out a little bit because you're not going the full distance of the quarter mile. And, a few more of those events, like anything, you're going to learn every time you go to one. Get the black book out and keep progressing.
Yeah, some guys like the 8 mile because they say it saves on the wear and tear.
Yeah, that's true. You still pull the same maintenance in an 8th mile or a quarter mile, but yep, you're not going to beat that stuff up as bad. But you get that lid off that blue barrel when anything can happen in a hurry. If you don't want to hurt anything, don't pull the starter wire off of it. Right, leave it in the truck. But that ain't no fun. So bring it on and give her your best shot, and fix her and bring her back again.
So now, Mark, throughout your career driving the funny car so far, have you any accidents or close calls at all?
Well, when we were, 2011, I think, at Bakersfield there on a Thursday on a test session before the race, it was our first time out there. And I got close call there, got beat up in the car, pretty good, got knocked out in there, took some tire shake, and no mouthpiece in, and just rattled me up pretty hard in a hurry, and I got knocked out and went over to the left hand side and over the right hand side and back into the right hand wall, hit the wall, and paramedics were down there, skinned it down into the sand traps there, pretty much totaled that car out. A little bit of memorabilia from the car there, and and I was fine. I mean, I had to go to the hospital there, get checked out, but you want to build a new car. That was the year that we took off. My Jake put a new car together, and we got straightened back up, and got some more funding back together, and that was really my only wreck that I had been into. Some parts failures, obviously, and one time I broke the brake handle off the car. I got down the end of the racetrack and handed Jake the brake handle. He's like, "What the heck?" And it broke off, and I just reached down low and grabbed it. And then one time we did rip all the bolts out of a transmission, spun around, and just little things. Went longer bolts, bigger, tougher. You're going to have
I lit him on fire a
failures.
couple times.
Oh yeah, lit me on fire a couple times. Yeah, burned some stuff up there too. Mr. Explosive, right? You never know. Get a seat and see what happens. Yeah.
Now you were saying earlier, Mark, that maybe later down the road maybe it'll be a Mr. Explosive Jr. Were you talking about Jake taking over the driver's seat?
Oh yeah, he always asked, "Hey, Dad." Yeah. I always tell him he's about $250,000 short of that driver's seat. So he's like, "Well, I'm going to keep working, Dad. I'm going to keep working."
My job out of here. I had to try somebody else's car to get my license.
Oh yeah. Jake built another one of these cars back there. One of the guys from California bought one and left it up at Jake's to put all back together. He finished driving that one as well. Yeah. But Matt, we have another one coming out that might run a few more races this year as well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jake, you keep yourself pretty busy.
Yeah, no, I moved to Indiana a couple years ago and started a business here, building race cars, and do a lot of block repair, kind of a little bit of anything and everything, machining, fabrication, engine building. I put 3 or 4 cars together now. Did one for Matt Melendez, did Lyle Greenberg's car, came out of the shop here, Alan Benedorf's car. Got another one looking like it's going to come in the shop here next couple of weeks to put together. So, yeah, I stay plenty busy, and then I go race with Dad. He gets first pick of the weekends, and then after that it's Alan's, and then after that I go work on Billy Torrance' top fuel car and work on Don Madonna's top fuel car. So there's some years I can go to 30 races in a year.
Now you mentioned Matt Melendez. You're talking about the Cackling Critter car, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I interviewed Matt, I think about a month or two ago.
Yeah. Oh, right on.
Yeah. So now, you guys ready for a few fun questions here?
Yeah, bring them on. You bet.
All right. What's both your guys' favorite food to eat?
Favorite food?
Yeah.
I'm a prime rib man. I'm a prime rib and cinnamon rolls. Them are my 2 favorites.
Jake?
Mine's probably like a Blizzard. I'm a sucker for Dairy Queen. I've been known to take an exit and put the 4-ways on in the semi truck and walk a couple hundred feet to the Dairy Queen on the side of I-90 in Montana. So I'm a big fan of ice cream.
All right, so you're ice cream junkie. Right, you're ice cream junkie.
Yep.
All right, so
Oh yeah.
do you guys have any hobbies outside of drag racing?
Oh, I've got quite a few rat rod projects or old trucks that I'm working on. I'm an old school 76, 77, 78 Ford truck stuff. I like tinkering around with that. A lot of parts accumulated, and I like to do a lot of meat smoking, putting together some different. We just did about 300-400 pounds of jerky and kielbasa and pepperonis and some cheese smoking there when we can. While the working in the shop and the smoker and the grills are going, right? Them are kind of a couple things there that I like to screw around with.
How about Jake? Any hobbies outside drag racing?
I haven't done it in a while, but I used to go ride motorcycles or quads. But since I moved, I haven't thrown a leg over a motorcycle in a couple of years. But when you race 30 plus weekends of the year, there doesn't leave a whole lot of time for anything else. So it's a good thing I like it.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, we used to do a lot of quad racing. Matter of fact, I have a Jake's old quad still down here. I'm picking up 2 more tomorrow that I had serviced up just so that when we do get up here this summer, hopefully everybody can stay a day or two and we can go hit the dunes, a couple dune buggies and 5 or 6 quads here and go out and have a little bit of fun. We got the beautiful Northwest over here. And we got a lot of sand and the ocean beaches, so we have some great riding here. We did do that quite a bit, but I kind of forgot about that because I haven't done that for a while myself either. So that's going to change this year, hopefully.
Funny car racing gets in the way.
Yes, it does.
Yep, it's that nitro addiction, man. So now, Mark, if you could time travel and go back in time, would you do anything differently with your drag racing career?
No, not really. Not really. I just enjoy doing the mud and the sand. I started early, just right kind of out of high school there. I never really went to college. I was in construction, when I was real young. Nope. I kind of got a little variety of 3 or 4 little different things. Was never a water guy, so the drag racing career, not really. Jake, my son, it's a family deal growing up here, and kept Jake, close, hopefully forever. And I really have no regrets, no changes as far as drag racing goes whatsoever. Nope, I really don't.
So how many trophies, plaques, all that kind of good stuff have you got throughout your career?
Oh, wow, let's see. Got, I think, 5 or 6 Ironmen, the Cordova stuff. A lot of mud racing memorabilia and plaques. Downstairs I have a big bar in my basement, and all the trophies hang from fishing string, horizontal. Normally you'd set them on a shelf, right, and fill it full of dust. So I seen this years ago. Somebody had done it, a buddy of mine, and so I probably have, I don't know, there's got to be 10, 20. There's probably 30 trophies horizontal, and then all the plaques that we would get for fastest time and won all the plaques. I have a huge beam down there that runs probably 30 feet and turns. Yeah, I bet you if I go down that basement, there's 100 plus. Yeah, there's probably 100 plus plaques and trophies that we've won over our career so far.
Nice. Okay.
And each one of them has something special behind it. Obviously, when you win, I remember Jake, our first win that we won in Sacramento. I'm looking at a big picture here. Of me and the 3 guys, we've lifted Jake as high up as we could, like winning the Super Bowl, Vince Lombardi Trophy, raising the most valuable player up in the you'll never forget those type of days that them had happened, right? For sure.
Now this question is for both of you guys. What do you guys consider the most fondest memory of since you've been doing the funny car thing? What's been your fondest memory?
Well, I think that one right there, that one of the fondest memories was Sacramento. We were, just coming out. We were green. We were new. We won the thing. It's like we're looking at each other like, wow, how do we do this? How did we do it? And what do we do now? And pick Jake up and, winning that was one of my one of my neat deals. Of course, winning the World Series, well, I think was the 61st year of that. That's quite a honor to win that race too with the competitive people that were there. I like that one too, and I think them got to be my two fondest memories. I think that come off the top of my head because we won them both. Oh, and then when we won was it Grand Bend, Ontario? We won the IHRA race back to back. So that was a good 2 year string right there, winning a race back to back as well.
How about for you, Jake?
Yeah. It's hard to pick one or two. I mean, I'd say maybe almost all the years that we've done it have been good. To get a race with my dad. There's probably a lot of people that can't or never got the chance to, or so. Yeah, we get to do way too many fun things to pinpoint it down to one for me.
Right.
And Jake, what was the one? What was the race, Jake, that we did when you had Jacqueline put all the pistons and rods and build the rack? Our daughter, that was I think 2 years ago. She was probably 17, and Jake had her put all the pistons and rods.
Yeah, she stayed on the road together with me, and she built a short block, and I think we ran it in Maryland.
Yeah, in Maryland. Yeah, our daughter, she built the whole darn thing under Jake. She did a lot of things wrong. He let her do it, then make her take it all apart, put her back together. Yeah. But we won. We won a race and the daughter had put the entire engine. Of course, Jake helped throw the crank and the cam in there, but she torqued all the rods with him and put the heads on. And it's living on the road with Jake for a week and a half, and we come in and we won that race. So I don't remember. I think you're right. Jake, and it's Maryland. I think I wrote on the back of one of them plaques that Jacqueline had done that.
Yeah.
So that's another one on the top of the list.
She usually spends at least a week with me every summer racing. She stayed on the road. She stayed on the road after Boise this year and came back to the shop for 2 weeks. So she's learning.
Yeah, I've interviewed a couple guys before that have their dad on their crew, and they said it's the greatest feeling to have your dad on the starting line when you start up and then see him at the end of the finish line.
Oh, for sure it is. Yeah, you see a lot of that. Look at the Huff brothers, right? That run the A-Fuel or the fuel altered guys, right? And, it's a neat. It's a neat little family atmosphere out there, right? And you can make it what you want to make it when you're there. I mean, look at Rupert's, same way, right? When you talk about them guys, a family, a venue there.
That even if your dad's like you're not driving, he's your crew chief. It's the same thing. A great feeling.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely, by far. Yep. You're both there. Yep, exactly. Either way, Cedar on the Jake wouldn't let me tune that thing out. He knows more about that hot rod than I do. Of course, he builds the thing, so which is good. Allow him to do that and honor what he does and respect what he does. And at one time, you when you're not number one or somebody outruns you, you want to hurry up and let's do this, Jake. Let's try that. Well, he's got a theory behind what he does, so you just got to back off, and that's his job and his department. And so I got to respect that and honor that. And sometimes I want to jump to conclusions in a hurry. It's part of my job-related stuff, right? I got concrete trucks backed up and a pump truck going and shit's flying, and I got to make a split decision in a second what to do here. Something went down, and so I've been doing that all my life, calling the shots constantly, and sometimes I get a little out of hand down there. I got to back off or bite my tongue, but like I said, none of this stuff's easy. Nobody knows until you really go out and do it. It looks good on paper, and it looks neat when you're in the pit at the racetrack, but there's a lot of stuff that goes behind them closed doors, man.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. I don't.
Probably the more excited one of the two.
Let's see. I won't have to ask you the favorite music question. We already covered music earlier. We know you're a classic rock guy, Mark.
Oh yeah, right. Get out of here, brother. Come on, man. No way. ACD, yeah, we're gonna rock that all night long there. Yeah.
So what's your guy? What's your guy's favorite beverage?
Oh, I'll drink a shock top. I like beer. I like beer. You know, as far as goes, if we're gonna have an alcohol drink there, I'll drink a root beer float with the best of them. You know, but nothing too spectacular. Well, you know what? When we race up in Canada, they make us some pomegranate like a wine cooler, and it's probably the most refreshing drink that I've ever had. As far as ton of ice in the middle of a hot summer day, I think I'm going to go with my pomegranate wine cooler if I had to pick. That might be mine right there.
How about you, Jake?
I'm gonna say I'm a big fan of lemonade. It's usually my first choice at a lot of places.
Yeah, lemonade or iced tea. I like iced tea on that aspect of it, on that way too. Yeah.
I like sweet iced tea.
Sweet iced tea, yeah, with a little. Well, how about the mix now? She's looking at the machine. You get strawberry lemonade,
Yeah.
vanilla. You know, I'm constantly pushing the button, kind of making a combination one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever comes out of the end of that joystick. None of it's any good for us, but we still do it.
So did you guys have a favorite cartoon when you guys were growing up?
Favorite car?
No cartoon. Like Woody Woodpecker,
Oh,
Tom and
cartoon.
Jerry, stuff like that. Yeah.
Jake had a Jake watched more cartoon stuff kind of growing up there than I really ever seen, because I really, I was the oldest of 7 kids there at my house. I'm the oldest of 7 kids, so I never watched any TV. I still to today don't really watch any TV. So if I had to pick one that I did remember watching, I'm going to have to throw my 2 cents on Scooby Doo. I do remember watching Scooby Doo a little there.
What was your favorite cartoon, Jake?
Probably some Wile E. Coyote, the Roadrunner.
Right.
Just because they always kind of had a funny plot to them. I don't know. I spent most of the time out in the shop. We worked out in the shop a lot more than we watched TV.
Right.
All right. So what's your favorite old time muscle car?
Favorite old time muscle car. Well, like I say, I'm a Ford guy. But boy, you get into the muscle cars, the guy I worked for, Roger, he had a Roadrunner, old Plymouth Roadrunner, if that fits in the old muscle car industry. I've never really owned one. Boy, I'm not really a car guy. I'm more into the truck guys. If the F-250 77 Ford's a muscle car, I'm right in there. But the old Roadrunner Roger had was kind of a neat rig there. If that fits in your category for muscle cars, I'm going to go that route.
Yeah, we'll take that. How about you, Jake? You have an old favorite car?
I think if I was to get an old car, I'd get a 67 Mustang.
Beautiful. My wife, she likes the Bel Airs.
Oh, the Bel Airs, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, so...
We have a 55 Cadillac out here, a 4-door 55 Cadillac, and then we've got a 56 Oldsmobile 4-door. A couple big boats there that, need a little tinkering here and there. We drive them periodically, and just sold an old 60 Thunderbird I traded off of a job, and then got an old 46 Studebaker truck converted into a Woody wagon. Got a few little neat things we get to drive a few times a year there.
Those are all nice cars.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, what was the most embarrassing moment on the track?
Oh wow, boy, on the track, most embarrassing moment. Man, when it comes to my mind, there, boy, I think it was almost trying to get ready to get my fire suit on. I kind of wait till the last minute, kind of watch other cars or whatever. I always kind of have my fire suit, but I went to dive into the race truck or the tow vehicle, and I never put my helmet and my gloves in there. So you ever seen a old boy hauling ass to get his helmet and my gloves before Jake saw me? I was going to get my ass in trouble. I had that go-kart or that golf cart in high gear to get back. Jake's like, Dad, where the hell? I said, I had to go to the bathroom, man. I had to go to the bathroom. And I was sweating like crazy, and I had my helmet, my gloves under, and he's looking at me like, we got to go. And I'm like, well, I was kind of embarrassed there, but we got through, and I made my lap.
Now, Jake, have you had the most embarrassing moment as a crew chief on the track?
At least it was on a test run, but it was just me. We made one test run, and I had another guy from another team help me start the car, and then I shut the body, and I had to run out and back him up with nobody behind him and bring him into the beams and set the idle, and I totally forgot to take throttle stop off.
Yeah, that does get embarrassing for sure.
You only forget that once, but at least it was on a test lap, and it didn't really. When it turned out in the end, it might have. After I think when we got back and looked at some stuff, it was probably better that the throttle stop was on and we didn't actually make a full run because I think we found some stuff that we didn't like. So maybe as embarrassing as it was to leave the throttle stop on, I think if I remember right, it was probably a good thing.
Little blessing in disguise, probably, huh?
Yeah. So now, if people that are listening into the interview want to find out where Mr. Explosive's going to be with the funny car, they should check the Mr. Explosive funny car page on Facebook. Would that be the best way?
Yeah, we're updating that. Yeah, Jacqueline, their daughter's putting that together there. So hopefully here real soon we can. I know everybody's getting into more social media and all. So I'm kind of on that. I'm a little older school, but with a little help from the young bucks, we're trying to put that right back together. But I know it would do good for us to have a lot of stuff out, a lot of people following with what we do. So we are trying to put that back together a little bit better right now.
Now, do you guys have Instagram or anything like that?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, Jake.
Yeah, we have an Instagram and a Facebook page.
No website, right?
No,
we kind of had one. No,
down. It's kind of not enough people and too many races to go to.
Yep. So if anybody's out there, Dave, listening and all that would like to try to help put one together, man, we're all ears for sure. Send us a quick text or the phone number out there, and I'm game. Somebody that's interested and like to put stuff together, right? I'm easy. I'm easy, right? I'd love to have somebody help call us up and say, hey, Mark, I'm going to put this together, and I need this, and that. And, just like the bids and the billing I write up every night for my gal, and I would have her help do some of that. Like right now, she's I got 300 calendars here getting ready to go out to a lot of the people that I know. I'm putting all of our race dates in them here just the next 2 or 3 days. I just kind of found the website, got some of them printed out. So it takes a lot of time to do that, and do what Jake does and do what I do at work, to be able to no grass grows under our butt, sitting around, that's for sure.
Yeah. All right, so how important do you guys think it is for kids to be coming out to watch drag racing these days? For families to bring the kids out, how important do you think that is?
definitely huge. In my opinion, it's huge, right? We need more people out in the industry, building the world, building the nation, and doing this stuff, right? We have what I see every day. There's so many people that don't want to work and on the computer, and I don't know if it's as busy around the country as it is up in Seattle, but to try to find somebody to continue on working and doing things with their hands, right? It's incredibly huge, in my opinion, for sure. It shows some inspiring, no matter if it's working on the Honda car, go-kart, lawnmower racing, funny car racing, right? And obviously you can, everybody that drag races would love to be who, Torrance, the world champion, John Force, right? Frank Manzo, some of the best in the business. So, you got to start young and progress up and live the dream and push your limits. I love kids that come out. We're probably one of the nicest crews out there as far as stuff the kids in there and take some pictures and try to sign up a piston or a rod for them and keep them coming back. And year after year when we go to some of these races, right, kids will come back and, Mr. Explosive, you did this and that for me, 5 years ago, or bring a picture and we'll re-sign it, retake a picture. So bringing the family out, in my opinion, is huge.
Yeah, and a lot of the kids in Boise, they're out of all the tracks we go to. Seems like I remember those kids. I remember going, and every year you see them once or twice a year, and it's funny, you see them the same kids every year coming back.
Now, do you guys ever stick the kids inside the funny car in the pits?
All the time. As many as we can get in there between rounds when we're not working on it, and after the show the body's off and the little ladder's sitting there, and you get the kids in there, or the mom's in there, the dad's in there, and even some of the kids with helps out of their wheelchair, and get them in there, and the expression on the mom and dad's face, there's been gals over there crying, that they've never had their kids be able to experience something like that. So it means a lot in the heart, especially when you have a couple kids yourself, right? And you know how precious and important they are to you as a parent. Be able to take somebody that's not as fortunate, stuff them in the car, and then pull them right out of there and put their mom or dad in there. And kids huddle up, and we take. I don't know, Jake. Sometimes we're by far the last car to go away. We'll keep it out and put kids in there and adults in there until the lights shut off at the doggone racetrack, and then we're done.
Well, you're giving a lot of people cherished memories there.
Exactly. Yeah, we sure are. That's what we like to do there. Definitely. That's what makes it. And then they're going to come about again next year. Buy a ticket, support the track, support the sport, and come again and buy a shirt and a hamburger, and that's what keeps the world go around and the racetracks alive.
Yeah, the problem today is with social media and cell phones and video games is rotting these kids' minds away.
It does exactly. I see it every day. I see it in a lot of. I'm in the field every day. I was on 9 different job sites today, and two people were there right out of the book. Right, they want to be, but they've never experienced on-the-job training, or got beat up in a car and dropped the transmission on their foot, or got greasy or dirty. They just learned it from school or out of a book, and that's just not right. It's just not right. But I don't know where the world's coming to or from right now, but we're in it, we're living it. We got to do the best we can, and somehow or another we'll battle through this thing. Good thing is there's a lot of junior dragsters out there these days. Yeah, there is. There's a lot of junior dragsters, and that's always a great thing to bring the kids up, right? A buddy of mine had just sold one. He's been for 3 or 4 years wanting to push his daughter in it. She's into horses. Came over the other day and kind of gave her a $30 deal. Actually, I'm building 2 clocks from our pistons and rods for their 4-H group. But, he raced himself. The dad does and the son does, but the daughter, nothing to do with it. So you can't push these kids into something they don't want to do. But the ones that do want to do it, boy, it's just as competitive or worse than our class.
Now, do you have any grandkids yet?
Nope, no grandkids. Jake said he doesn't want to have any kids. He says if he gets married to Katie and Katie, if she doesn't want any grandkids, I might not have any. And I hope my daughter, Jake's sister, she's only 19. I'm hoping she's not even thinking about that yet. Too young, right? Got to live that life a little bit yet.
Yeah.
I love a couple grandkids, but
yeah, maybe someday, Mark. Then maybe you'll get him in the junior dragster when he has some grandkids.
Oh yeah. The shop's wide open. That'd be a lot of fun.
If there ever is a day that there is one, you can bet that there will be a junior dragster.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I want to thank both of you guys for taking the time tonight to do this interview.
Oh, no, it's been great. Like I say, hopefully we'll see you all. If you guys make it out to any race, stop by and say you listen to us on with Dave and Jake on the radio. Come by and say hi to me and my family and the crew, and we'll honor you with open arms anywhere in the country, wherever we're at.
And well, thanks again, both of you guys. Jake,
Okay, all right, Zion.
You guys have a great night.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, who won that? Who won that college football game out there tonight? Does anybody know who won that thing?
I have no
Clemson
idea.
or Alabama?
I have no clue.
You have no idea either. All right. We're drag racing, Todd. We'll read all about that in the news tomorrow.
All I know about football is the Chicago Bears choked yesterday because of that damn field goal kicker we got.
Well, hey, you can say the same thing about those Seattle Seahawks. Our kicker choked too, right? There's probably a couple guys looking for a new job this next year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again, both of you guys.
It comes down to one play.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, Dave. Take care. Talk to you later.
All right.
All right. Good night, Jake.
See you
All
guys.
right, buddy.
See you guys.
See you guys later.
Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.